This is probably the weirdest disc I have ever laid my hands on. The newest release from Trash Panda, the Extraterrestrial 2. The thing that makes this disc super weird is that the inside of this disc is a non-concentric rim, meaning one side is very thick and the other side is super thin. I believe this side is the same size as a 7-speed, and this side is the same as a 14-speed. Super weird. I'm not really sure what the point of this is or how it's gonna fly, but that's what we're gonna test out today. And I have 3 goals I wanna accomplish today. The first is shoot 5 down through 9 holes here at Greenbrier. The second is to throw this disc over 400 feet. And the third is to create my own set of flight numbers to give you guys an idea how this disc is flying. So let's get into it. All right, so we're gonna do a couple quick test throws with these discs to see how they're flying before we get into the round. The blue one is 174 grams and the orange one is 170 grams. So let's see if that makes any difference. Starting off with the orange one, we're gonna throw from the thick side, from the 14-speed side. Oh, wow. Okay, a lot straighter than I expected. But I don't know if you could see when I released it, there was a ton of wobble on that disc. Now we're gonna throw the blue one from the small 7-speed side. Let's see if there's still a ton of wobble. Not as much wobble when I threw from the short side, and that one was definitely more overstable. Now we're just gonna throw these back real quick, throwing the blue from the thick side this time. Oh, give it a little bit of Anheuser to see how it fights out. Okay. You know, I wasn't actually expecting this disc to fly that well. Super straight, okay. But to be fair, I didn't know what I was expecting. So now the orange one from the thin side. Oh, I didn't give it enough, Annie, but flipped up a lot. Then has a big dump at the end. Okay, it seems like all 4 throws, they've all flown completely different for me. So yeah, I didn't learn much from that. But we're gonna figure it out once we get out to the actual course and start throwing it on some real holes. But right now, this disc is super weird, nothing like anything I've ever thrown before. So again, we're gonna play 9 holes today using only the Extraterrestrial. The goal is to shoot 5 down, hole 1, 360 feet, a little bit off to the right. Gonna throw the orange one first on the thick side. First forehands of the day, by the way. And it shows, that was awful, nose up release, no power. That flew a lot more stable than I expected to, but 2 off the top. Let's actually give this one a good rip. There it is. Oh, that got a lot of turn. But then it dumps so hard too. We have a putt. Well, a long putt. That flight was super interesting though. At the beginning, it looked like it wanted to turn a lot, but then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, it just dumped out. Very unique flight and very bad putts. One thing I didn't talk about yet is this plastic. This plastic feels super nice. Of course, it's 100% recycled, but this feels even better than other Trash Panda plastic. I tried out their ozone. It was very stiff and a little bit tacky. This plastic is a lot more gummy and it's a little bit more slick, but it feels more premium and I love it. Hole 2, 450 feet. Gonna be starting off even through 2 unless we pull off a miracle shot. Ah! Yanked it on Annie and it's holding it nicely. Good flight, but not 450 worth of distance. It's definitely not as fast as the distance driver, I'll tell you that. Throw in time. And that's OB. So getting the 5 down is now gonna be quite the task. Nope. Bruh. That was a double bogey. So that means we have to birdie the last 7 holes in a row. But back to this weird disc. I see a lot of people talking about whether if you're throwing from the thick side or the thin side, that it's gonna make the disc more or less stable. I'm no expert, but I don't think that's gonna matter because once you get the disc in the air spinning, it doesn't matter where it started from, it's gonna be spinning the same regardless. So I don't think it really matters. I think it's more of a comfort thing, but to those of you that have more knowledge on the subject, let me know if I'm right or wrong. Hole 3 is about 330 feet. Try to get a nice hyzer flip. Just like that. Great flip up, great straight flight. There we go. I don't know how we ended up 40 feet short. I thought that throw was perfect. Doesn't matter though, but yeah, 5 down still in play. This disc does not want to fly anywhere though. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to throw it 400 feet. I'm starting to grip this disc on the edge in between the 7 and the 14 speed. Right here, feels about like a 9 or a 10 speed, and that's been the most comfortable for me so far. Hole 4, 330 feet, big backhand turnover time. That's a lot of Annie. Let's see if it'll come out of that. And it does not. Okay, it had been fading out really hard at the end, but when you put it on that much Annie, just seem to want to hold it. I just completely turned this one over. And I'm sorry, Trash Panda, I'm not making this disc look good, but I can't seem to figure it out yet. Get in there. Ooh. 5 down, now out of question. I really want to like this disc though. We got a long par 4 here, so it's time to get some redemption. Big shot. Ah. Dude, that thing flies so weird. I don't even know how to describe it. That was a great throw though. Back on track. So fluttery on the release. Oh, almost threw it in for the eagle. Back to even. Hole 6, the sign says 315, but I think it's longer than that. And it plays straight uphill into a headwind. It's gonna play closer to like 375 today. I don't think this disc is gonna get there for me, but we're gonna try a lot of power. That was a really good rip. All right. That actually surprised me. I think I'm starting to figure this disc out now. First park job of the day. I just had to get warmed up a little bit. I think to reach this disc's true potential, you really got to put a lot of power and spin into it if you want it to fly right. And now that I know that, it's time to really bomb this thing out here. We got a 600-foot par 4. Basket's way off to the left. Can't even see it. Full power rip. Got a nice amount of turn, and then it's just gonna dump hard at the end. Yeah, so weird. I keep saying that, but until you guys actually throw one of these for yourself, you'll see what I mean. It's different. We actually got some pretty good distance on this one, almost to that 400 level. Going with an Anheuser forehand. Will it fight out? It will. The more I throw this disc, the more I like it. 2 down. If only we didn't get that stupid double bogey at the beginning, 5 down would not be a problem. Second to last hole today. This one's only 300 feet, but I want to test this on just a stock hyzer. Yeah, I think we can. Get the ace? Skip? What am I even talking about? That wasn't even close to an ace. Great shot though. For 3 down. Yes, sir. We've been playing pretty hot, getting all the way to 3 down, so we have to give ourselves a chance of getting to 5 down with an ace here on the last hole. Only 240 feet. Let's put this ET in the basket. Oh my goodness. What? Oh, nice tree kick. We can still get the birdie. Time to see if we can throw out 400 feet, which I'm not sure I'm gonna be able to do, but I'm gonna give it my best. I'm probably only gonna give this like 4 tries because I'm super tired and I'm ready to get out of this heat. So we gotta make these throws count. Attempt number 1. If you say random stuff, it makes your disc go further. That's a fact. It's gonna be close, but I don't quite think we got there. Now the lighter weight one. Oh, that's better, but it's dropping too much. Also gonna be close. Okay, those weren't even close. 350 and 360. I just don't think I have it in me today. I'm gonna try 2 more times though. Really try to get it up there. Maybe give it some Annie too. That was better. It's just gonna dump out way too quickly though. Definitely not 400. Last throw. If that's gonna be the closest.
Nope.
Oh, I hit the tree. That one had a chance. Well, unfortunately, I didn't accomplish my first 2 goals, but the last thing I was gonna do is give you guys my opinion on the flight numbers. I think it's not quite as fast as the distance driver, but it's definitely faster than something like a 7-speed T-Bird. Let's say it's right in the middle. I'd give it a 10 for the speed. The glide, for me, it just didn't really want to go anywhere, so I'd give it about a 4. The turn, it did have quite an amount of turn. I'd give it a -2, and the fade, it just wanted to dump at the end super fast, so I'd give it a 3. So in all, that makes it a 10-4, -2-3 in my opinion. Super weird flight numbers for a super weird disc, but you really can't explain this disc with flight numbers. You really just have to throw it for yourself to see what I'm talking about. And with that being said, I think this is a disc that everyone should try out at least once. It's probably not something that you're gonna be bagging. I know I'm not gonna be bagging it because it is just way too weird and it's hard to control the flight because you never know what it's gonna do, but it is a super cool disc. I've never thrown anything like it, and it feels like I'm trying to learn how to throw a disc again. It's so much fun to use. I applaud Trash Panda for trying something new with with this. And yeah, thanks again for sending this out to me. I hope all you guys enjoyed today's video. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.